Let's go.
Swear to God, if you two don't change your icons, I'm gonna cry.
What do you mean?
At the bottom here.
Nah.
Oh, there's one crow.
All right, everybody. I think we are ready to begin Chapter 2 of Winterfall. I'm going to go and do a little bit of a recap in case you all forgot. I assume you're taking notes, though. Really good notes.
No.
So, let me bring in the mood.
My sheet.
Last time on Winterfall, our eclectic group, now united with the common interest of money, find themselves taking a collection jobs offer in Offengrad. There, they fight some wolves, and soon after find a bunker once belonging to a group called the Wild Hunters. With a lead towards the Golden Spire, our group bought their needed supplies and made a deal with Katrina, a husky breeder, to bring a note to her grandparents in Untrench. Our group now begins their journey with Slegs and Dogs, heading to the east of the Conray Kingdom, and that is where we are going to begin. If you all remember, I think we exactly left off. You just learned how to take care of the dogs, and you were about to head out of the city. So I will bring up the big map.
Woo.
Let's go to the Conray Kingdom. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that little flag up near Offengrad is currently you. Your preparations have given you approximately 12 days of rations, and your journey was slated to take a path similar to this. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I guess if we're ready, we can go.
Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else you'd like to do in Offengrad, by all means, you can start your journey.
I think the goal is to leave ASAP.
Yeah, I think it's up my business, so I'm good.
Okay, then I guess
But,
I'll just need to know.
At this point, it is nighttime, right?
What's that?
At this point, it is nighttime, though, right? Or about to be?
I think I stated that there were a couple of hours left of daylight, and you wanted to get a head start so that way you were out of the storm's reach by the time you got to Untrench. So, I should mention, I did actually make a calendar, because I said that I was going to do that, and I finally did. You can find it in World Info, and I will let you guys know that this campaign is starting close to the beginning of the year in Marpril. Specifically, Marpril the 11th free day.
I like how you just mashed months together.
Yep, it's a 6-month year with 180 days.
So wait, does that mean that we're actually like half the age that we actually are?
It's Dwarven calendar, so relative to Earth time, your age would be correct.
Interesting.
Okay. With that being said, I would say that you probably have a good 4 hours of daylight before you would need to probably stop. Although it is completely up to you on what speed you want to travel and how careful you're being.
4 hours.
A 9-day weeks.
That's right. I will let you know that comparing your dog sled speed to typical D&D rules, your pace can be fast, normal, or slow. Typically speaking, fast is twice as fast as slow, but you have a -5 penalty to wisdom and specifically perception scores.
We ain't gonna be able to see shit out here anyway. Might as well.
So, if you want to go fast, let's see. So you would be going 1.25 the speed that's listed on here.
Huh?
Because normal speed is 300 on the player. No, on the on the player's handbook. It says that you can move essentially 24 miles in a day, or if you're going fast, you can move 30 miles.
Okay.
So roughly going, yes, 1.25 times what's listed.
Is it worth the trade-off, boys?
What, to go fast?
Go fast.
I
Because
mean,
we're going 1.25.
I think we should probably go fast at first, just so we're sure that we don't get caught.
Fast to
in the storm.
untrench. No, yeah, we do fast to untrench.
And then once we're out of the storm, I think we can just go at a more leisure pace.
Yeah.
Once we have more information, because they didn't have much to offer up here.
Well, yeah, because everything's cut off anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going 1.25 the speed. Let me bring up a calculator because, let's be honest here, I can't do math in my head. Are you kidding? Okay, so go ahead and mark the path for me, and we'll do the math.
So, like,
You take the ruler. Yep. Mark what path you'd like to use, and then we will. Wait, is it times 1. No, it'd be. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So 4.7.
You are taking off 25%.
Right. So times 0.25, and then subtract that from the total.
or like this.
So we'd save a little over a day.
Yes.
What?
That is a lot when
Yeah.
there's a fucking storm coming.
Minus 1.17.
And then we could choose to go fast at untrench if things go.
Yeah,
If
so
something goes right here, we can move fastly out of untrench.
instead of it taking 4.7 days, it's going to take you 3.52 days.
Okay. That's really good.
All right, yeah, so the first length of your journey, I just need to know who's taking the lead and who is keeping watch. Note, since you're going fast, you'll have a -5 to perception rolls.
Who is the highest perception? I'm a
I
fucking
think my perception's
barbarian.
pretty good.
Let me look. So I think
Oh,
mine's
this
pretty
is
high,
totally
but
my
I don't
bad
know.
stream. I realized that I do not have this source open for the Roll20. Give me one moment.
Oh no, never mind. My perception isn't that good.
Better than +2?
No.
Mine is.
No. Okay, well then it looks like really minis.
There's
Rabbit
fucking
takes
snow
There we
in my
go, much
goggles.
better.
What's your perception, Crow?
+5.
Oh, okay. God damn.
High wisdom, motherfucker.
Cleric.
Okay, so whoever's taking the lead, go ahead and make a perception check just for the first length of this journey.
Do it, rabbit.
Morgan has like a depth perception issue, you know, with the whole
One
Yeah,
more
one
that's
eye
thing.
actually the
thing.
fact that you can't help. You just like really stare.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the 6 for perception. You are going very fast, and as you guys are on these sleds, it's actually a pretty unique experience. You've certainly seen people using these sleds before. It's one of the most efficient, like 1 to 2 person travel items, but actually going through it is a wild ride. I mean, the dogs running ahead of you, the bumpiness of the untrodden snow, it's thrilling. So far, you don't see any danger, and eventually the end of the day does come to a close. Night begins to fall. Are you taking a rest?
I feel like we deserve it. After a long day of work.
Kind of have to.
And I look towards the south and see if I can see any signs of a storm.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Yikes. Maybe it's
I swear to God, I have
because
not rolled above a 10 so far.
maybe it's because the white of the snow just looks so homogeneous when it gets to the horizon, but right now you really can't tell. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Refresh my fucking page and change my dice color.
And that's a good idea.
That's what I did.
I'll, as we set up camp, I'll ritual cast the alarm spell around our perimeter.
Okay. Could you roll that for me? I just need to see
That's
the
what I was about to do.
yeah, okay.
It says ritual.
Okay.
Off our rations.
20-foot cube, right. So are you all sharing like the same tent?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I would say you could probably protect yourself and anyone else who wants to share a spot with you. 20 feet.
Couldn't I just ritual cast it more than once? It's not a concentration spell.
No, I suppose that's true. Yeah, I mean, you could if you wanted to take the time.
It's just one. It's just 10 minutes.
Okay, sure. Yeah. No biggie then. Anyone else doing anything in particular other than, taking out your bedrolls or any tents that you have? I will say, for those of you that don't have a tent, your rest will be very uncomfortable.
Do I have a tent?
I don't think I have anything I can do right now. Yeah, I'll just set up my tent.
Okay.
Ah, I don't have a tent. Maybe you should have bought some before we got here.
Well, think about that.
You bought virtually everything else, though. I mean, you guys are stocked to the brim with food, flashlights, rope.
I thought about the essentials, but not comfort.
Right. I mean, you could also... this is D&D. If you have any creative solutions, by all means. I will say, it might end up giving you a pretty sore awakening when you wake up, is the only reason I mention it.
I'm sleeping. I'm keeping guard.
You're not sleeping.
I can endure the cold, and I have the least useful ability checks out of the party. Because
Okay.
I'm a barbarian.
All right. As long as you are willing to take the exhaustion point in the morning, that is totally okay.
Kazarite. Give me just a 4-hour nap, and I can handle it from there. I can stand guard for the party.
You're not an elf, are you?
No,
I'm asking that out of character. I don't see the elf ears in your tokens. I'm assuming you're not an elf.
I am not an elf.
Oh. I'll be fine.
You know who else is an elf?
Please tell us.
Yeah, Alex, please.
It's Selene. She's
True. Yeah, very true. Is there anything that are sleeping in the snow? You put your bedrolls down, and it's very, very cold. And Kazrite and
Stays up either way.
Morgan, you said that you would be staying up?
I'm going to take here, give me.
I think Morgan's taking a watch. I'm just staying up the entire time.
Okay.
Where is it? I'm gonna send you something real quick.
Okay. Right, yes. I assumed that you were doing this, but it's nice to have
Okay.
confirmation.
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No biggie. I should ask, are you trying to hide this?
No, because I'm going to be bothering Kazarite the whole time. When I
Okay.
am up, I'm gonna just pretend that I couldn't sleep, and I'm gonna be reading my spell book, looking through it.
Yep.
Would you like to save this for the first half or the second half?
Second
It's not
half.
observational enough to know it's anything you're doing.
Yeah, so, Kazrite, you see Morgan, throughout the first half of the night, perusing their book. At the turning point, you notice that they almost go catatonic and start staring into the distance, but they do not sleep. That being said, would the two of you make a perception roll for the first half?
Pre-exhaustion, right?
Yes, this is pre-exhaustion. Okay, pretty decent. Kazrite, you do begin to notice a breeze coming in. It's a very chilled breeze, and it makes you start chattering your teeth. And when you look on the horizon, it's still very dark, but it seems like a dust cloud is beginning to form. Way out. I'd say more than 3 miles out. Morgan, you notice the chill and the wind in particular.
You think that's the storm getting close?
What kind of... Where are we at on the map?
Right, yes. Let me bring you... So you guys at 1.25 speed would be able to get...
0.25 days.
Right. So, somewhere around there? Yeah. We'll guesstimate here. So you are beginning to crest into the valley in between the two mountains that are at the coast of the North and Conrad Kingdom. And I guess from this view, yeah, I would say from your southwest, you would see what I described. Everything else around you is pretty much mountains.
I'll kind of squint at it a little bit longer. Unless we were giving false information, it shouldn't be. We've only been out for a day.
Maybe the storm picked up its pace.
Can I roll my survival to tell if that's a storm?
Hold on, let me see, because there might be another role that might be more apt here.
I think survival has everything to do with the wilderness.
Nature might be more apt.
My survival's higher.
I know, but
I don't think nature's more apt. I think they're interchangeable skills in this situation.
In Matt's defense, survival is described as things like following tracks, hunting wild game, guide your group through frozen wastelands, identify signs that owl bears live nearby, and predict the weather.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
sure, yeah, go and roll it.
Well, I don't know if it's a storm, but I know what the fuck it is.
You can definitely assume that it's a storm. You're not sure if it's the storm, but it is a storm.
I'm not sure if it's the storm off of that 20, Kier.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. A nat 20 does not give you omniscient knowledge. I can just tell you what you can assume.
I could make the full assumption off my Wanderer passive and nat 20 the distance that storm might have moved and the size of that storm.
It's a huge storm. Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna make the reasonable assumption that it's the one that we need to get fucking moving.
All right.
He's gonna stare at it a bit longer. I believe it might be.
I think we should wake the others.
Agreed. We should at least get in the cover of the mountains.
I'm gonna start waking everyone up.
Yeah, he'll do the same. And he'll kind of give the general memo that they need to move straight south and get in the cover of the mountains.
Oh, well, I was.
I hate to interrupt your slumber, but we need to get out of the way.
It's alright. I've had a wonderful idea during my sleep. I'll try to get it working by then.
Go ahead and start tying up his dogs and getting them ready to go.
Okay. I assume you all are getting ready?
Yes.
Okay. Not an issue. You all get on your places. I'd say it's probably 4 hours into the night, so assuming that you guys went to
4
bed,
hours till exhaustion sets in. Let's go.
I would say, let's see. Nightfall typically happens somewhere around 6 p.m. So it's about 10 p.m. in the evening, I would reckon. And as you guys begin to head out, I assume you're still following the path that you set previously?
We're gonna hug the southern mountains, but it's gonna be the same time. So we're just doing that into that.
Okay, yeah. Hugging the southern mountains, definitely a probably a good idea. Who's taking the lead this time?
Should I take it again, or anyone?
Should still be Droden.
Okay.
The sooner we get out of trouble, the sooner we can rest again.
That sounds nice. That's a better roll.
Okie dokie. I would say, with that perception, you don't notice any immediate threats coming from the east, although the mountains certainly make it more difficult as you're beginning to crest the valley. A lot of avalanches tend to happen around this area, so I would say, are you trying to be careful as you go through these? Or are you going full speed?
This is not in our allocated travel time, so I don't think we need to worry about moving too fast.
Okay, yeah, no. If you are intentionally being careful, that is not an issue. I just want to make sure.
I think we're just trying to get out of the way. And then rest again.
Sure.
Finish our rest.
Yeah, that's not an issue at all. How long would you spend going close to the mountain here? The only thing that it'll affect is the time that you guys do get up when you finish your rest.
I'll let you all decide then.
I mean, what's a good reference for like time in this situation?
We're at 10, right?
10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m.
Right.
So
And
it would take us. We need to move like there. It's gonna take us I'm assuming this is 12-hour days because it's 12-hour travel days.
Yes, you could assume that.
So that's 0.3. It's gonna take us about 3-4 hours to get down to the hugging the wall.
I think 3 hours should be fine then, right?
'Cause we're literally just moving to get into the cover of the valley.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. If 3 hours is what you all want, then we'll go ahead and fast forward through that. It is getting noticeably colder as the night goes on, and you're having to use your flashlights ahead of you to make sure that you don't crash into a random tree or rock. Thankfully, though, thanks to Drodon's perception, ever vigilant, you make your way to the base of this southern mountain. Are you looking for any particular cover, or are you just looking for a place that's flat?
Oh, I guess me.
Yeah, you're the front man.
Okay. Whatever provides most cover, but like still looks like we could pitch the tents. Like it doesn't have to be completely flat.
I'll find the
enough.
best place on the map nearby.
Sure. Yeah. I would say for Drodon, go ahead and roll a survival, and Nano roll an investigation as you're sort of looking through this map.
Nice.
Okay. So with the two of you working together, you do eventually find a pretty unique place. It's not exactly bougie by any means, but there is a small rock outcropping that lends a little bit of a roof, and there's a small section underneath where snow seemingly hasn't fully taken over. It's fairly flat, mostly dirt, and as you begin to settle in and hook up your dogs, I assume you reset up camp.
Yeah, and he said better than our last campsite.
Mm-hmm. So other than setting up camp and beginning to rest again, is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you find rest?
I'm going to ritual cast alarm spell.
Absolutely.
Actually, no. You know what?
We are in
We,
this
we
little.
can. We're about to rest again. Or wait, did that already count as a long rest? Or
No.
something else? No.
Your
Will it
rest
count
was
as long
interrupted.
afterwards?
That was a short rest.
For the purposes of this, since your rest was interrupted, we'll say once you complete the rest of the 4 hours, you'll get your long rest. If you wanted to take a short rest now, you certainly could, but you wouldn't get the long rest later, I think is the idea.
Okay, that's alright then. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll normal cast the alarm spell.
All right. So you can see, taking his time setting up some equipment, he sets an alarm spell at the ready. It's
Much quicker this time.
Yes. Is there anything else that anyone would like to do? No? Okay. All right. You all find yourselves drifting into unconsciousness once again. The 4 hours go by. Nano, make sure you mark an exhaustion point. And I'm actually going to set the mood here. Morgan,
Oh,
during your rest, you begin to see visions. The socket in your eye begins to hurt, and when you go to rub it, you find it's a normal eye once again. And now that you're looking around, you're in some sort of yard. It's snowing, as per usual, but the sun is out, and it's very warm on your face. And as you look down, you see a hand holding yours, very small. Smaller than your palm. And you're smiling. You blink, and suddenly you're back at your camp. And the warmness of that hand in yours sticks with you, but you can't seem to find why. The rest of you begin waking up at this point, and sunlight is not really the correct term here. A dim, dull light peeking through the dark clouds ahead signal that it is time to get up. With the travel that you had adding on, you're probably waking up right around 5, 6 a.m. Very early in the morning. And for those of you that are keeping track, go ahead and mark a day off of your rations.
Right, the rations tracked, guys. Just let you know.
You do?
I do. I have all the party's ration stacked for what we got.
Right,
Alright,
yes,
then.
you did purchase a bulk supply.
Yes.
So, if you have that marked off, then the day is
We have
yours.
11 days left. Actually, we have 14 days left, but 11 from what we bought.
Right.
3 more from the wolf meat.
Yes. So, is there anything else that you guys would like to do in the morning before you head off? If the answer is no, then we will go ahead and continue. I assume you're moving still at that 1.25 speed.
Yep.
You
Okay.
have to feed the dogs too.
Yes. Yeah. I believe you purchased that as well from the
I do not have that one tracked, so someone else has it.
if you guys
Uh,
don't have it tracked, just mark down. I believe it's 5
copper per dog.
yeah, 5 copper pieces per dog per day.
Alternatively, we could feed them using the meat that we did have.
Right?
I have 15 pounds of wolf meat, but that feels a little bit wrong.
Why? Meat is meat. I'll write it down. You have 8 dogs.
We already bought the food, didn't we?
I probably.
He threw in a bag of dog food, I think. But I don't think it was ever specified how much that would last us.
I think what was her name? Let me see.
Katrina?
Yes, Katrina. I'm looking at my notes now. I think Katrina mentioned that she could throw in some food, but I don't believe it would be a substantial amount. Let's say for every dog, that's another half person. So if you wanted to feed them part of your rations, it might get a little dicey.
I do not have it calculated per person right now. I have it calculated for a party of 5. I do not know how much rations we have for them.
I would say so. You still have a bag of your normal rations, right? Like 10 single person rations.
I have 11 days of party rations in total. That is all I have written down, because that's what we bought a barrel of.
Right. I think starting equipment wise, Droden, would you have 10 days worth of rations in your inventory?
10 days? Yes.
Those
Because he can feed
rations.
his sled.
I was about to say, if any of you have individual rations, that might be the easiest way to keep track. And then when you guys get to Port Untrent, you can certainly resupply on what you need.
The way I'm gonna do it is you know what? It might be unethical. I'm not actually giving them the wolf meat. I'm gonna give them my share of the rations and eat the wolf meat, but I'm gonna count it out of the wolf meat to make math way fucking easier here.
Okay, yeah, that totally works.
Because my wolf meat is 1 pound per person per day, and I have pounds written down.
Okay, yeah.
So we're good on that.
Okay, so you're taking care of the dogs then?
I will take care of my 3. I'm assuming others are using their individual rations to do
Okay,
that as
yes.
well.
So either Droden or Morgan for theirs, and then Celine or...
I have 3.
It's
Count
it-
off 1.5 days, 1.5 pounds.
it's 0.5 for one dog, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And are we the cart with 2 dogs, or is that Morgan and Droden?
You have 2 dogs. Morgan and Droden have 2 dogs. I have 3.
Yeah, but we have 8.
We have 8 in total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
you count
Oh
7.
wait. Oh yeah, because we had an extra.
I believe it was the
so
2 lightest
that's-
people that had 2 dogs.
Okay, so it's probably Celine and I.
I would
I'll
assume
keep
it's
them.
the rabbit person.
I wasn't.
Yeah, Morgan and
was like-
Droden were decided to be the lightest.
Oh, dead ass. Oh, I
Yeah,
guess he does have a
it's
lot
like-
of armor.
Also, the Jordan is not human size, is he? It's like
I'm medium. I mean, I'm
Oh,
short,
okay.
but I'm medium.
Oh, I don't know why I had this image in my mind of a big fucking rabbit person.
playing a half orc, so everyone's small.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll feed them regardless.
With the semantics out of the way, we'll go ahead and keep moving. Let's see. So, if Droden, you're taking the lead again, go ahead and roll a perception for me. Definitely not amazing. So
One day Morgan will offer help.
what I'll say is you don't see any danger, although the ride is very uncomfortable as you're making your way through. This valley is not meant for travel, really, so you're going over a lot of steep hills and slopes, and you find surprise rocks every once in a while.
Here, by the way.
Sure, yeah.
You want to move the flag? Well, I have it marked.
I gotcha. So we'll move you here, and then you're traveling for another day.
Oh wait, I need to include an extra. There we go. We're traveling for another 1.2. Yeah, okay, that's it. That
Okay,
should be
so
it. Wait,
for
no,
here?
it's here. There we go. Because I already have 0.3 marked off from the first, which
Yes.
what we did last night.
Okay.
And then 1.2 is 1.5.
Right. I promise this is still easier than trying to convert it from metric to imperial. So
That's the fun of the rulers. Like, let's do that.
yeah, totally. Okay, so you guys make it there with a relatively little issue. You do feel as though your sleds probably took a brunt of some rocks, but they seem okay. Are you resting for the night, or would you like to continue?
Assuming we're resting.
Okay.
It's up to you guys. I mean, movement speed half does not affect me at all because I'm on a sled. I can go more.
All right.
Yeah, for her, and Jordan has no problem with it.
Okay. You have 8 hours until your ability checks fall off, right?
I believe so. Right.
If we're doing that, we make it there. Then if we just go straight through, because we're getting the extra 8 hours in our travel. So it's a 20-hour travel.
Yeah. I think that checks out.
We should push it through. I mean, it's either that or like here.
I'll leave it up to you guys. If you'd like to rest here, certainly that would mean that you would add another 8 hours to your journey. You could make it even more expedient going this way.
We press through now, we should be able to make it before our next rest.
What's the plausibility of the groups with 2 people on the carts taking shifts as one person sleeps on the sled and the other one guides the dog?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds awful, honestly.
Roll
Yeah.
concentration to see how restful it is.
I would say. Let me
Oh
consult.
wait, there's no concentration in the system. Fuck me.
Let me look something
I
up really quickly.
Fucking Constitution is the direct equivalent then.
Okay, so
Concentration checks are constitution checks as far as I'm
They
aware.
are. Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. Constitution is the closest equivalent then. Which, I mean, I think in terms of being able to sleep in harsh environments, your body's adeptness at taking damage, and is probably the closest equivalent. Is how easy you are in uncomfortable situations.
I'll say it seems like, as a general rule of thumb, restful sleep mostly just affects the healing that you receive for sleep.
Oh.
It doesn't seem like there's an official ruling for what is considered restful or not. It's only mentioned in a couple of spells. So what I'll say is, if you did want to alternate sleeping in the sled, I think
Then-
it wouldn't affect you mechanically, but it would affect your character in terms of like how happy they are.
Well, I'm not happy either way. So we're chilling. But then I will suggest that we take a 30-minute stop to move one of the dogs to my sled and have either anyone come to my sled while I sleep. And then the other one go in, and then that person goes back to their sled and then they do the shift on that.
That is possible.
I think that would, if we do it like that, in 16 hours everyone should be well rested. Like, no, wait, no. Yeah. In 16 hours everyone except for the person that guides my sled will be well rested. It'll take them, they'll have to sleep in the port city, but it'll make it to where I don't have to sleep 2 days in a row to get rid of both my exhaustion.
If Selene goes to your sled, she only has to sleep 4 hours.
True. Yeah, Selena or Morgan can both do it.
Okay. Would you be discussing this as a party?
He'll suggest a short break and we can talk it over as a party. I mean, assuming we're taking a short break to decide whether we're gonna push through or not.
Yes. Yeah.
That's where,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then he will reiterate that in character, so I don't have to say it all in a super low monotone voice, and Happy won't pick up.
Sounds great. Okay, so who would like to volunteer to shift off with Kazrite during that time period?
Damn, you guys fucking suck.
I don't know.
If Celine doesn't want to do it,
If Celine doesn't want to do it, I guess I'll go.
Then I am the most, what's it called? I am the most inviting and welcoming person. I am not like the other girls. I have cherry blossom tattoos.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, for the sake of expediency, we will say that that plan is not hard to enact. You'll have to stop, obviously, at some point to switch over the dogs, at which point they get sad that they don't get to stick with the people that they learned with. But being well-trained as they are, shouldn't cause too many issues. So you're pushing through the entire way, is what I'm understanding.
Yeah, and the way that's set up, it will take us 20 hours total, which is about the exact distance we're traveling. For everyone to be rested, so we should all be rested by the time we get to Untrench, are somewhat rested, and I'm assuming we're just gonna hit a tavern there.
Okay.
The main reason I'm suggesting that is so I don't have to sleep 2 days in a row in order to get rid of my exhaustion. And this will get rid of my exhaustion on the trip, opposed to getting rid of it in the town, and then that gives us more time to travel outside the town. or once we reach the town.
Okay. Yeah, not too hard to do. We will breeze through that. I'll just need...
And
One? What?
Solen will go with Kaz, right?
Okay. All right. Solid. So we'll
Guys
go ahead
would
and...
be like, thank you.
Go ahead and make me a perception check. I assume Droden, who is still taking the lead.
Da-da-da. One of these is have the... Hey, there you go. That's a
Hey,
roll.
nice. Yeah, this time, keeping clear of danger, you do notice that the storm that was talked about, seemingly far on the horizon, is moving north. It seems like you managed to avoid it for the most part. And as you follow the edge of the coast to Port Untrench, you manage to stray the line between near the water and near the plains, because as you'll soon find out, being close to the ocean in this type of temperature is a nightmare. So you make your way up to the city of Port Untrench. And when you make your way into the city,
Ooh.
it's a unique experience. You would think a sleepy portside town, such as Untrench, would be undisturbed. But it seems like there's quite a lively amount of people walking around, lots of them wearing pretty ritzy clothes. And I will go ahead and bring in the map. Dang, that just totally
music
ruined the
gone.
music. Wow. Okay, there we go. We're back. So, welcome to Port Untrench. You all are entering from the North Road. And as you begin to make your way in, you do get quite a few looks from some of these ritzy class people. You continue on to the North District, where you can see a large, empty plaza stands filled with stone tiles at the feet of your sleds. What would you like to do?
What time of the day is it? Around?
I believe with the amount of travel that you did, that was a full...
Wait,
Yeah, I mean, that was like a full...
yeah,
Yeah.
that was a full day.
Yeah, so we'll say around the end of the day, probably, let's say 9 p.m. So by this point, it's dark, but the lights of the city, kind of a nice sight to see. There's a lot of fluorescent and neon lights directing all sorts of businesses that sound a little shady, but nonetheless exciting to look at.
He's gonna refer to his bundle of maps and look for taverns.
Yeah, not too hard to do. You'll notice in the South District, there's a couple of inns that accept travelers, although it seems like they charge a little bit more than the average. For whatever reason, it seems to be a hotspot right now.
He's gonna look around. My gold pouch is empty.
I can lend you some.
Are we going to head straight to a tavern, or do we need to pick up anything before we do?
I'm
He'll kind of look over them again and try and... Where was the place we needed to take the letter?
It was it was like a blue roofed house at like port somewhere at the docks, I think.
Did I write it down?
Well, I'm not one for begging. Perhaps we can find a good room if the person we take the letter is hospitable enough. Especially if they're on the port, they probably want to shop.
Okay, how late is it?
9. So it's
9?
9
not-
p.m.
too awfully late. But I mean, hey, we're a goddamn good postal service.
I think the person is probably old and is probably asleep right now. I wouldn't want to wake him up.
Are you saying this in character?
I mean, I wasn't, but I will now.
Why do you assume they're old?
Well, the Katrina wasn't exactly extremely young.
Okay.
Either way, I think it'd be impolite.
Well, then
And
we
as
need
far
to
as I'm
find logic.
concerned, it's not an emergency either.
We need to find our way to a tavern.
In the south, then, there seems to be lodging as well.
Correct.
As you guys are talking, Celine feels something in her pocket move, and then
Uh-oh.
Oh,
it's gone.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You feel something in your pocket move, and suddenly there's a weight not there in your pocket.
fuck are you transporting?
The thief is again side of me, or he run away.
Go ahead and make a perception check as you sort of notice your trophy is missing. The one from the enemy that you felled in your past. Oh my goodness.
Oh, some little fucking rapscallion's about to get glass.
Speaking of
She's
little,
angry.
yeah, you see a very tiny cloaked figure, seemingly walking around barefoot. It's hard to see, but with that incredible roll, they're probably about 15 feet away from you, and they're booking it through the city.
Tu le cours après?
Wildcats riding the mule or just fucking. Just fucking. That's all they're doing. Fucking. Middle of square.
Is that? I don't think that's true.
No, my sentence got cut short. It's my brain cut off.
Oh, right, yeah.
I grab his shoulder and say, "You bastard!"
Okay, yeah, so you sprint over really quickly before he can get away. If you're trying to stop him, go ahead and roll an athletics for me to see if you can grapple him. Oh my god. That's incredible. Not one to have your things taken. You do. You grab him by the shoulder and spin him around, and the look of shock on his face. It's some sort of goblin-like, goblinoid. Green skin, very large nose, bushy black eyebrows, bald head, sort of clutching onto the trophy, now in terror, as he looks up to you in your very impressive armor, and he just drops the trophy.
Damn, bad world, ugly goblins. No, I'm gonna roll on the copium that this one goblin is the ugly one.
I mean, that could be true.
The copium.
Damn.
I know. Crazy
I mean,
rolls.
Kazarite kind of slow pans over to the yelling.
I'll run to it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, Celine has this goblinoid in a chokehold, essentially. Yes, the trophy is on the ground, and he has both of his hands up.
Just fucking sprinted at him. God. Yeah, I'll go to them.
It's fucking what is it called? The solid snake alert sound, and immediately followed by this fucking Celine teleporting.
What seems to be the problem here?
Look, I just found it on the ground. I don't know why she's so upset.
It is on the ground now, is it?
Yes, it is.
I'll pick it up.
That's right. It's gonna
Not that it's
slowly
not
walk
like-
over.
Sorry, what did you say?
You're not very smart, are you?
Nope, super dumb.
Tu penses en faire quoi, Solène?
Pardon?
Tu penses en faire quoi?
J'ai bien envie de le secouer un peu.
Comme tu le souhaites alors. Mais peut-être pas dans un endroit aussi public.
I'd say I know it's French, but it's a lot more immersive when they're actually speaking a different language.
I know. Goblinoid's looking from left to right, very scared.
Au pire, on peut toujours le dénoncer à la police.
Ne te savais pas si vaillante.
Well, while they talk, the Kazarite's just gonna kind of lean over the goblin.
As his eyes make their way up to you, you can see his knees begin trembling, but he clenches his fists, seemingly trying to keep his composure. I'm not looking for trouble, okay? I just found it on the ground.
That's not
Thank you.
true, by the way.
What do you mean? I'm not a criminal.
You found it on the ground. How did my comrade notice him?
I don't know. I look. Like I said, I don't mind giving it up. It was a cool trophy. I just thought I'd,
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit?
Il prétend l'avoir trouvé par terre.
I don't know what they're saying, but if it's murder, please don't.
Neither.
He should be fine. A couple unsightly bruises at worst, however.
What?
De quoi vous parlez?
Bon. Tu veux le secouer un peu ou tu veux l'amener à la police? Ou les deux.
Failed my classes. I only speak Celestial.
What's Celine doing with this goblinoid?
that's what we're trying to find out. I guess in the meantime, I look for a telephone.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, just make a quick perception check. Payphone's pretty common.
Okay. Perception. Okay, cool.
You don't see one immediately. If you'd like to take some time to find one, you certainly could.
You know what? I think I might just make it canon that Emil is like half blind or something because, like, at this point, the perception.
Have you tried changing your color and refreshing your sheet?
Can I roll investigation instead of perception?
You like
to look for one?
Yeah, okay. Investigation would be like talking to some people, maybe looking for directories. So yeah, go ahead and try that. Okay. Talking to a couple of people, getting some basic ideas.
Alternatively, if I ask either for a payphone or for the police.
Okay. You would be told that the police station is pretty further. It's a lot further into the North District, going into the South District. Payphone though, right around the corner. If you want to take the time to walk over, it's certainly there. 2 copper per call is the usual, and there's a phone book. Very dirty and some pages are missing, but it's there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll phone the police.
Okay. It rings, and you hear a voice pick up. Hello, this is the police. What is your report?
I'd like to report a case of pickpocketing in the South District.
Pickpocketing, huh?
North District.
We have caught the said pickpocket.
Alex, we're in the North District.
Are we in the north? I thought
We
we
are in the
went
north.
down
We came in from the north.
south. Oh, I
You
thought we were already like walking down there.
So you guys are currently, I'll mark where you guys are at, with
I thought
a ruler.
It was like while we were walking.
You guys are like right here.
I stopped and I was looking at the maps and shit, so I haven't been moving.
Okay. I'll. You know what? Fucking retcon. I said where we were.
Okay. Pickpocketer, huh? In the North District. You said you have the criminal apprehended?
Correct.
We'll send 2 of our guys down there. Stay put and stay out of danger. If they present a weapon, walk away.
Thank you.
The phone hangs up. And Celine still has this guy in a chokehold. And now he's starting to sort of grasp at his neck.
I would like to search him.
Okay. Okay.
Loot the
Sure.
looter.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Investigation.
Ah!
Ooh. Your streak had to come to an end. It's either he's really good at concealing stuff or he just really doesn't carry all that much. He very tattered rags. He doesn't wear any underwear. It's just like some shorts. Yeah. It's not great.
What are you carrying?
I'm not carrying anything, okay? I was just on my way home and this is really starting to hurt.
Why do you continue to lie?
I'm not lying, okay?
Would it be possible for me to roll an insight there?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah, he's definitely lying.
He's just assuming. Kazar, I don't trust.
You know what I'll say? I'll say... Wait, did you mean to roll a flat wisdom?
Oh, is that what it did?
I mean, it's a decent roll. I was just asking. Because otherwise, we'll just take the roll and then add your investigation modifier.
Yeah, no, that'd just be a 21.
Okay. Yeah, with a 21, you would absolutely say that this guy's lying. Just the way that his body language is very concealing. I will say, as he's saying all of this, you can see that this probably was his first time. His confidence is very, very low as he's speaking.
Friend, could you look at me for a second?
His eyes move over to you.
And I'll sort of crouch down a bit as well. This thing you are doing is not in your best interest.
I know what you're trying to do here, but look, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I saw this cool thing, you know.
Before the god arrives, did you know that my family took the tongue of lions?
That's fascinating, buddy. It really is. Oh, my throat hurts.
Before the god arrives,
there's it also level.
Sorry, what'd you say?
said, is that a truth or also a lie? Because he said his throat hurts.
Oh, that's truth. That's. You can see at this point his neck is beginning to turn a reddish color, opposed to his green skin.
Celine could kill him. He's just watching.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, then, as he said before the gods arrive, is there anything you think you could do to maybe make up for what you tried to do before they get here? You know, take responsibility to your own hand?
You can see at the mention of that, his eyes begin darting around as he begins to think. He pulls out a note.
A note?
It's a small piece of paper, and he hands it to you.
I'll read the note.
What you read is scribbled. It's only a few words, but it says, some new people are coming into town. Take what they have.
Oh.
We just assumed that it was us.
Yeah.
Did they offer you anything, or did you do this off of?
Look, I don't.
He's gonna look up to Celine.
May I?
She said she'll loosen a bit.
Okay. At the loosening, you can see he takes in a big breath of air, and you do see two police officers coming in with black batons and very traditional red and yellow outfits, and they're looking around, trying to see where a source of commotion is as he begins to speak. Look, I'm not trying to get into real trouble, okay? I got into some bad sticks, and this was my way out.
I'm gonna cut him off.
Just think I can make your way to the tavern.
You said, can you reckon that you can make your way to the tavern?
I said, would you like to make our way to the tavern?
Look, I really don't want to go to the penthouse. You don't understand. It's different here.
Then come on. And I start walking towards the taverns.
Celine, are you following Kazrite's lead?
What?
Est-ce que tu... Parce que là, en fait, il y a les policiers qui arrivent, mais Kazrite propose de partir avant que les policiers le récupèrent.
Pourquoi?
parce que apparemment il y a toute une organisation derrière, et du coup je pense qu'ils veulent essayer de voir ce qu'ils peuvent ressortir comme information.
Bon, d'accord.
She said okay.
Okay. Yeah, so, are the rest of you following as they're making their way to the tavern?
Am I back? I might lose him.
I would say by the time that you
Jordan,
get back,
Jordan will stay if he sees the.
by the time that you're getting back, you can see your group is starting to move, but you can see where they're going.
Okay. Oh,
Away from the guard.
Yeah, the police officers are still looking around. They start asking some questions, and you all make your way to a small hole in the wall tavern. Are you? I guess I should ask before I say that. Are you heading to the South District, or are you trying to find somewhere here in the North District?
I'm getting far away from the cops, so I'm going to the ones I found in the south.
Okay. You begin making your way to the south side of Port Untrench, and as you're sort of looking around, go ahead and make me investigation or perception.
so did I
The average is
miss
something should be-
anything?
Could you repeat that?
Did I miss anything? I thought we were supposed to bring him to the police.
It's told to do something. I want to figure out who.
Ah, so an organized crime, I guess.
I doubt it. He doesn't seem to know much more than that.
You eventually find yourself at a little place out in the more western side of the South District. Somewhere around here. And as you take your time on your way there, you can see that your new goblinoid friend is visibly nervous, and even in the cold, he's beginning to sweat. You find yourself at a tavern called the Wet Old Whistle. And as you walk in, it's actually a pretty nice establishment. In comparison to a lot of things that you've seen in Offengrad, this place is made out of mostly concrete, but it seems like the windows are curtained, the floors are carpeted, and the bar is made out of a polished wood. It's a pretty nice establishment. And as you make your way to an empty table, we said that you guys traveled for 2 days, yes?
I'll find a booth and put him on the inside.
Okay. You guys would be collecting here at the end of Sunday, the 13th, just as a frame of
Gotcha.
reference. So it's a Sunday night. Most of the people that wanted to drink are already starting to leave. And what would you like to do?
Do me a favor.
He'll say, looking to the goblin.
Look, I already tried to do a favor today, and this is what happened, so...
He'll pull out a paper and pencil and hand it over.
Could you write the words that were on that note for me?
Sure. Yeah. He writes them down in a very near unreadable state. It seems like his handwriting is not the best.
Thank you.
And he'll tear it up after.
Okay. He's sort of looking nervously around. What's this all about? What do you want with me?
David.
It's not necessarily what we want with you, but rather what we want with whoever gave you that note.
Well, it's not so much who gave me the note. I found it at my house. I think it has to do with this new group that's been spreading around. Look, it's
New group called.
I'm not super familiar with them. I think they're called the Purists.
Is that all? What do they
Look,
do?
I got into some debt with the speakeasy. I wasn't paying off my bill, and so I was kicked out, but I expected them to send me a note, and this is the note that I got. I don't know, I just assumed it was them.
Well, at least now we know
I
what
do
to look
think
for.
we were the ones to steal from.
Because you're the first
Sure,
new
give me a
people I
piece of
saw in
something that
town.
was it.
I don't know
What
if it was
question
you
is it?
guys. I was just doing what I was told to do.
When did you receive this note?
Yesterday?
Well, if it is us you're after, they knew that we would be there even before we
Out
arrived.
of schedule.
Could you reiterate what you guys said?
He said we knew we'd be here when we arrived, and then Kazarite said ahead of schedule too.
Like I said, I don't know if it was you guys specifically. You were the newest people in town, so I took something.
What did he even take? What did he even take?
A small memento of Celin's time in the army.
See.
Look, I answered your questions and I gave you back your thing. Can you let me go now?
It's not my choice.
I'll smile and look to Celine.
Solène, je pense que c'est à toi de décider ce qu'on fait de lui.
Pardon?
C'est à toi de décider ce qu'on fait avec lui. On le laisse partir. Si tu veux lui faire deux ou trois bleus.
Mais vous avez soutiré quoi comme information?
Pour l'instant, pas grand chose. Mais au moins, on sait à peu près à qui on a affaire et d'où ils viennent.
Est-ce qu'il a de quoi nous payer l'hébergement pour la taverne ou pas?
Ah, little goblin friend.
What?
I believe that your price to get out would be the price to host us at the tavern tonight.
You think that if I could afford a night at an inn, I would be doing this stuff? I don't got anything in my pockets.
Sure, plenty of people around here do.
Surely you don't mean that you want him to steal from other patrons and pay for us, right?
Yeah, that's
Flat expression, no response.
Nice. Look, I gave you some stuff I wasn't supposed to say. I'm already gonna be in a load of trouble. As he says that, he's gonna try to slip out.
No, he grabs him by the collar.
Well, it'll be a contested roll. He's gonna try to roll in acrobatics.
Keep in mind, I have him on the inside of my booth. So he has to crawl past me to get out.
It's a tough situation. He rolled a 21.
Oh! Does he not get disadvantage at the very least for having to crawl over the person grabbing him?
I really need Celine's roll here because he's trying to contest her athletics.
Ah. Fais un athlétisme encore.
Quoi?
Il essaie de partir.
Je dois partir?
Non, lui, il essaie de partir. Il y a un athlétique encore.
Ok. Merde, c'est où?
Ah,
Eh.
Okay, so he breaks out of that grapple. Now I'll roll against your athletics. That time he rolled a 13. So as he escapes Celine's grasp, what are you doing to grab him?
He's gonna grab him by the back of the collar and just kind of hold him up in front of himself.
As you do
So
that,
he'll be
you do notice you're starting to gain the attention of several of the patrons, and they begin looking over.
You said you would be noticed. Or wait, what is it? He said you said you would be in trouble from what you've told us. Who would you be in trouble with? You don't know who gave you this note, correct?
All I know is that the speakeasy is powerful, okay?
He'll drop him outside of the booth.
Sorry. Do not let me see you again.
Before you finish the sentence, he's gone.
I'm gonna toss him. As Kazrite says that, I'm going to toss him a gold.
He pauses for like a second as he's like bolting. He runs back and picks it up hastily, and then continues to run out of the building.
I pity him.
You can see
He still has his tongue.
the bartender does sort of look over. Everything okay over there?
Little rat had to answer a few questions before he could go.
Well, if you
Just
decide
smile.
if you decide that more people need questions, don't do it in here, okay?
I'll keep that in mind.
Only problem I see is there's not enough drinks on our table, bartender.
Well, go ahead and order them. What do you want?
I'll go to the counter. Say, what do you have?
Oh, we got the classics, beer, whiskey. We do have a special tonight if you want to take a look at that. I called it Cherry Bomb.
You have my curiosity. Continue.
It's wine infused with carbonation and has about 6 cherries worth of juice to give it that extra kick.
I'll have that.
All right, that'll be 2 silver.
I'll have 2.
4 silver it is. And he begins to pull out the necessary ingredients and start making it. Are the rest of you doing anything while this whole debacle is going on? No? Nothing? Okay. So you get your drinks, and you sit back down at the table. At this point,
I'll slide the second one to Soleil.
At this point, it is around 10:30. It took you guys a bit to walk down here. And you can see most of the patrons now are definitely not the party type. They seem to be drinking alone, probably listening to the accompanying radios that are stationed on each of the tables.
Oh, what?
Well, it is up to you. It is up to us to know if we want to investigate whatever that was, or if we just want to leave for the spire.
Getting the spire seems more pressing now.
Well, has the storm passed, Untrench, already?
Yes.
I feel that at this point we don't really have any sense of urgency, do we?
Suppose it will also give us time to get the supplies.
Is no one drinking anything else?
I think I'll get a water.
Easy enough to do if you're ordering it.
Jordan will order water.
It's free because there's a lot of snow.
That makes sense.
Nice and cold, too.
So, now that we're at a bit of a more calm pace, I suppose I'd like to get to know all of you a bit better. After all, we have been traveling for quite some time, and we surely intend on doing that a bit more. No?
What did anything in particular?
Well, where we're from would be a good start. I will say, I don't think I've ever seen a person like you, Jordan. If you don't mind me calling you by your first name now.
Oh, no, Jordan's fine. Well. Believe it or not, I don't think I actually wrote down the city. Give me a second. I need to pull up Google Doc. Whoops.
I can let you know that it was called Snowy Witch.
I'm from a bit of a ways south of here. Snowy Witch? It's a small town.
Can't say I've heard of it.
Hmm?
Can't say I've heard of it.
Well, what about you?
The Motherland.
The what?
Currently, the Motherland. Currently at war. It's to the east of here. It's decently big.
And for those of you that are curious, you would have definitely heard of the Motorland, specifically because of their war against Bondalag de Verga. A very classic rivalry, it seems, between the dwarves and the elves. In this case, it seems driven entirely by the elf queen. But as to why, you guys down here would not know. Conray Kingdom has been sending troops and supplies, although most of the information around that seems to not be very public.
What about you, Morgan? Again, if you don't mind me calling you by your first name.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm from Offengrad.
Is everything okay?
Uh-huh.
You seem hesitant when you speak.
You know, I just kind of started wandering with you guys.
I understand.
Never left home before.
Quite
you know.
exciting, isn't it?
I guess so.
What about you, Kaz, right?
Sing of my country. Fuck.
I'm sorry?
That
is the
is
name of
not
my country?
knowing Your backstory by its heart.
I'm terrible with names. I know my backstory. I just don't know fucking know names.
If you need help, let me know.
I just see the name of my country. That's it.
You are from the Vatnisfeed Empire.
Yeah, can you remember that, Alex?
No, because I'm not from there, actually. But
Atmosphere.
from what I remember, it's like, it's like what is it called? Like very agriculture based, isn't it? Or it was.
If you do want to remember, you can go ahead and roll me a history check.
I want to, you know what? I kind of want to roll a history check for everything here.
Okay, yeah. Just in general, this conversation.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah. Roll a history.
Good
Why
at
do you
those.
wish to know?
Good at those.
Okay, yeah. So essentially, we'll start with the Snowy Witch town. Something to note is Droden did not say what country it was in, so you certainly haven't heard of Snowy Witch, and at the moment you're assuming he's talking about in the Conray Kingdom. It's definitely not any of the major cities. As for Morgan, Offengrad, you've only recently entered, but it seems like Offengrad is a very out of interest town. It seems like definitely more cities towards the south are politically motivated and receive quite a bit more funding from President Holbeck, who is currently residing in the capital. As for the Vatnisfeed Empire,
Said, why do you wish to know?
okay. The Vatnisfeed Empire, you spent a small amount of time in. It is very agriculture-based, with a set of dynasties currently at war after the smokestack, one of their crowning achievements that kept the Vatnisfeed Empire warm, mysteriously fell, exploded, and it caused quite a power vacuum as the remaining families fought over who would control everything. Especially with the smokestack gone, their greenhouses have become essentially useless. So once a very prosperous place suddenly became a war zone.
Quite a difficult situation, isn't it? Solen and I had to experience the falling of the smokestack as well.
It's not why I'm fine if that is your concern.
Well, I suppose that does intrigue me as well, but you were already hesitant with that information, so I suppose you would be even more inclined to not speak about this one.
Have some later day.
How about you?
Well, the Motherland, Solen and I, as I said,
Why did you flee?
simply because I did not agree with the conflict that started with Bandalag Burger. I did not want my work to go towards such a cause.
Sounded
Kind of in a nod.
Suppose now, it's a matter of finding what I want to do. But at the moment, I need money. I'm sure you can understand that.
I believe we all can understand that.
Finish my drink. Little cherry wine. Said it was
Yeah.
carbonated?
Yes, yeah, it's a carbonated cherry wine. It's I wouldn't say it's good, but I mean, it's very sweet. So even if the flavors don't match that well, the sweetness
So,
is notable.
so what you're telling me is that it's an alcoholic Dr. Pepper.
Close to it, yeah.
Well, I like Dr. Pepper, so screw you.
Okay, yeah, sure. Uh,
Is it cherry Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
As you finish your drink, very satisfied. Is there anything else that you guys are doing in this bar?
No.
Back from Jordan.
We are sleeping here, yeah?
How long do you intend on not traveling together?
As long as needed. But
I didn't have a specific time in mind.
to be quite honest, all of this is very thrilling.
I'm curious to find the group that was actually being sent for. There's no way they knew we were coming.
Perhaps it is as the goblin said. Simply, we happened to be the newest people in town.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think the note was meant for someone else? Describing someone else.
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Shall I order us some rooms then?
If you could.
Is everyone fine with sharing if possible, or
I will say, the place you're currently in is strictly a bar, so it would take a little bit of walk, but you could find some lodging.
well,
I think I've made it clear my sleeping situation does not matter.
I mean, Kazrite doesn't even need a teddy bear to fall asleep.
Oh my god, how tough. How tough.
+5 con, baby. +5 con.
Well, I suppose we'll find some place to rest, but I'll have to make sure that we are secure in our own rooms. On our way then?
Sure. Do you know a place?
Shall.
No, I don't.
I will say,
You have it.
if you do make an investigation check now, you could ask the bartender.
Taverns? I have. I mean, I'm sure I remembered a few of them, right?
You would certainly know the general location of a few, yeah.
He's just waiting till we get up and go.
Okay.
I'm going.
All right, yeah. I mean, if you're all heading out, are you taking the lead, Kazrite?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and just roll me like a D2. Just picking one bar or the other. Okay. You guys settle in to, unlike some other places that you've been, this one does not seem to be themed or very inventive. As you walk up and see the sign, it simply says, "Inn number 6." And when you walk inside, pretty small establishment, some old carpets, a couple of lights adorning the room, and there's a bored woman at the counter who sort of looks up and helps you with
I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
What?
He's gonna walk up to the counter and
Oh,
go.
okay.
What happened to the previous 5 ends?
You can see she rolls her eyes, as clearly this is not the first time somebody's mentioned the sign.
That was a completely serious question. His expression does not change at all.
If you're really interested in that, the truth is there are 7 inns around here owned by the same guy. He wasn't looking to make a big deal out of it. Now, can I get your room?
They're all labeled in 1 through 7.
Yes.
Which one's the best one?
Well, this
she
one, of
said.
course. She gives a wink.
Huh.
Are you telling me that because we're in here, or is it really?
Oh, I'm telling you that because you're in here, yeah.
At least she's honest.
Suppose it will do. Camille? Camille?
I'm sorry.
Kind of gesture to the counter.
Oh,
Castrite is broke.
He already offered to pay for it.
Kazrite, Droden, are you fine with sharing a room?
I do not care where I sleep.
Droden?
I'm fine with anything.
Just so we are sure, there are 2 beds per rooms, right?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
3 rooms then.
All right. If it's just 2 rooms, that'll
3,
put
please.
you. Oh, 3. My bad. That'll put you at 3 liters of oil.
Pardon me?
No,
Do we
3 liters of oil.
We're capable of paying in gold.
Oh, I see. That'll increase the price just a tad. That'll bring you to a gold.
I'll give her a gold then.
Okay, yeah. She takes the gold and gives you 3 sets of keys. And in fact, I should have explained the establishment a little bit more. It's not very wide, not very deep, but pretty tall. And as she sort of directs you to your right, you see a staircase that leads up very sharply. You almost have to take full steps every time you go up a step. And intermediately on the steps, you find a door that leads into a moderately sized room, if not a little small. But it has 2 beds. There's a window, and it comes with a radio and what seems like a very small fridge, but it's not powered by anything. You just throw some snow in there.
Suppose I'll give a key to Morgan and a key to Droden.
Okay. I assume you all are taking similar sleep arrangements to what you had before.
Yep.
And are you resting for the night?
Before that, I will cast. I'll ritual cast alarm on our room, and I'll do normal cast alarm on the other 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
That way it's fast.
Yeah.
Doesn't take that much. We're all good.
That being said, your rooms are now ready for any intruders, and you find yourselves falling asleep. Your night goes mostly interrupted. I will say, Emil, you do feel the alarm spell go off next to Droden and Morgan's room.
Jordan,
if I
Kaz, right?
recall, yeah, it's Jordan and Kaz, right? And Morgan
Yeah.
is. sleeping
Oh,
there, so-
right. Okay, yes. So it would be. I would just say Droden's room then.
Uh, I'll go check.
You see a cat.
Oh.
Seems to be pawing at the door.
Can I walk up to the cat?
As you begin.
Slowly.
Okay, that's good to note. You slowly begin making your way to the cat, and it sort of just looks up to you and tilts its
Kneel
head.
down. I will try to. After kneeling down, I will slowly try to pet the cat.
Mission success. You are able to pet the cat.
Incredible. Does it seem like a stray? Does it seem like it's here?
It has a collar.
Has a color.
And in fact, as you begin to pet it,
Calling, wake up either Jordan or Kaz, right?
I mean, it's pretty quiet. And the alarm spell doesn't make any audible noise. It's only for the person
Yeah,
that
just-
casts it.
I mean, I've been woken up by my cat scratching at my door. And Kazarite's a fucking guard.
If you want to make a perception check, then by all means. You would have heard something scratching at your door.
No, I'm here petting the cat.
Slowly walk over and open the door and just stare down at Emil.
As soon as the door opens, the cat runs away. Down the stairs.
Does it help that Kazarite does everything at half speed?
Just the door opening was enough to spook it.
Damn. I didn't know if he had the Drax effect where he's so slow he's invisible.
As a permanent passive ability, you've mastered the art of moving so slowly. No, yeah, the cat seems to be pretty skittish to begin with and makes its way downstairs. That's the most exciting thing that happens during the night.
Nothing to report, Kazrite. You may go back to sleep.
Closes the door and walks back over and goes to sleep.
I will do the same.
Okay, yeah. You all wake up, like usual, pretty early in the morning. Today is actually fairly better. The sun is actually out for once. There's still a very cold chill, but the temperature you find is only -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Or I believe, as I pull up my temperature thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, just multiply by 9, divide by 5, and add 32.
It should be -20 Celsius.
It's still cold.
Better than what is it? -30 Fahrenheit or -34 Celsius.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that is better.
Yes.
Still have any letters to deliver.
I'm sorry.
My words completely messed up there. I said we still have a letter to deliver.
Yes. Are you all getting breakfast, or are you heading out immediately?
Take a little breakfast. Again, there isn't really any sort of urgency now.
I probably should have asked. I was assuming, but for your dogs, were you just petting them out outside?
Do they let the dogs stay inside?
No.
No. Well, it's a shame.
The options typically are you can find another pet place and they might accommodate you, or you just have to pen them up outside. I was just curious if you did.
Well, it's a little cold outside, so you know what? Can we retcon that we let them stay somewhere?
Sure. Just mark off a silver piece.
I will.
Okay. That being said, you wake up, and the day is yours. What would you like to do?
Breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't like a ton of room to sit, really, in this inn, but they do offer a continental breakfast.
Okay.
There's some mostly fresh fruit, some grain, and some warm oatmeal.
I take the grain and I eat it.
Take some fruits.
Very dry.
Just like a chip.
Alex got it once I said it.
What?
I said I take the grain and I eat it.
You suck.
While everyone's getting breakfast, I'm gonna stay in my room and I'm gonna ritual cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
I don't know if I have to. Do I have to roll that?
It just helps me.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
did you say that to the party or before or no?
Huh?
Did you say that to the party before or no?
No,
That you're staying behind?
I'm just sitting upstairs.
Oh,
Not that frantic, but fucking bastard.
Hello?
Expect this man to speak through a door?
I open the door.
we're eating breakfast. Are you going to join us?
I'm a little busy. I was studying this spell book and stuff, and there's this one spell that's really caught my interest.
He stands there, thinks for a moment. I know nothing of magic.
It's so basically like you say these words and do these hand movements, and sometimes you like need to like do like potion stuff and like throw things into like a little symbol on the floor, and then poof, magic happens.
Speaking of,
Mostly.
I don't want to interrupt your conversation, but if you didn't buy charcoal beforehand, just mark off 10 gold pieces.
I did when we were in Offengrad. I made sure to.
Okay, great.
It seems like a lot of exaggerated work for nothing.
Yeah, it's just cool, I guess.
Sounds like every spellcaster saying why they chose a spellcaster.
Debating on whether he's curious or not. It's like, let me roll. We do a coin flip here. Okay. What are you casting?
So it's some sort of summoning ritual. I don't really know exactly what's gonna happen, but I've got a good guess.
Summoning a demon?
No, it's just a weasel.
A weasel?
Yeah, like a little ferret fella. Or something. I mean, I could do like an owl, I think.
It's flipping into the coin here.
Dude, I love RNG characters.
May I watch?
Whether he'd be curious enough to watch it.
Sure. It's gonna be a while though. I hope it's not an issue.
I'll nod.
All right, I'll start casting.
I'll say you resume casting. I think you already put a bit of time into here. That being said, about 40 minutes in, the rest of you might be finishing up your breakfast, and you notice that both Casright and Morgan are gone.
Huh.
If you guys are waiting, then I'll go ahead and expedite.
I think you greatly overestimate the speed at which Emil takes his breakfast.
Okay, great. Yeah. You take your sweet time eating those succulent, almost bad grapes. And
What?
you finish your spell, and you said that you're summoning a weasel.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like me to add a weasel sheet? I think I can do that.
I do, in fact, observe the weasel.
Yeah. What does your weasel look like?
A little fella.
A little fella.
He's like, you know what? Just standard affair. He's got like I don't know how to describe it. The like the white underbelly, with sort of the black tufts of fur around the front and back legs. The back has like black outlining too, and then he's got a little bit of a white face, but he's got black around the eyes, sort of like a raccoon weasel.
Let's go, raccoon
This is the
weasel.
vessel the demon has chosen.
Huh?
Is this the vessel the demon has chosen?
No, it's not. There's no demon in there. It's just a friend. You want to pet him? I'm gonna pick up the weasel and I'm gonna kind of hold him out in front of Kazarite.
You can see
His eyes glow a little bit yellow brighter as he believes it's a demon coming near him.
you can see the weasel is sort of swimming in the air as it's being picked up, and it starts sniffing towards Kazrite.
Kind of stares at it, squinting his eyes.
When will it get larger?
Huh?
Is it going to get larger? Never seen a
Probably not.
demon this small.
No, I think he's gonna stay a little baby.
The peculiar demon.
Huh?
He said, "What a peculiar demon."
Okay. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do while you're up there?
Oh, I would like to roll for my portent because I forgot that I have that. So give me a second. I'm gonna roll 2d20s.
Oh, yes, yes.
Bada boom, bada boom. Okay.
All right. Weasel time. Speaking of weasels, I'm going to go ahead and send you the stat block. If you ever need it and you don't want to look in this chat, you can actually search it in Roll20 if you press the little eye icon. But there's that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Are you reconvening with your party?
Yes.
All right, so you guys begin walking down, and as the rest of you are sort of eating and enjoying your breakfast, you see Kazrite, Morgan, and a weasel that's sort of just chilling on the shoulders and still seemingly a little scared of falling, so it's clutching onto the clothes.
What an adorable little friend you have.
Yeah.
Aren't you scared it will get cold in this weather, though?
Do not believe demons get cold.
An eyebrow is raised.
I'm sure it'll be all right. If it gets too cold for him, I can always do this, and I'm gonna snap my finger to put him in the pocket dimension.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna snap him again to bring him back.
As he snapped away and snapped back, Kazarite's right hand flinches for his blade.
I should mention it is bizarre to watch. I mean, there's not like a fancy sort of like portal opening or anything. It's almost as if somebody like photoshopped the weasel out of existence and then back into existence. It's just there one moment, it's gone, and then it's back.
I mean, this is not demon craft.
I mean,
Interesting.
it's not him doing it. I don't think I'm a demon. At least I hope not.
He squints.
You know, if you're looking for demon magic, I'm sure there are many more things that could be more threatening than that.
Yeah.
I will have a flicker of firebolt at the tip of my finger.
You can see his finger for just a moment has this bright, almost white flare, but it goes away very quickly.
I don't know. I saw it in the spell book, and I just figured it'd be neat.
Regardless, if you do wanted to hang around a lot more, I could knit a sweater or something like that.
Could you?
I could. My mother was a seamstress, you know. I've picked up a few tricks there.
That'd be pretty cool.
Guys, you're telling me that we're gonna have to have art of a sweater weasel?
Yes.
This is great.
Sweater demon.
Yeah, sweater demon.
He's not.
I just imagine there's
a
a
demon.
Kazrite Doom game where he's just fighting weasels.
Familiars are inherently demonic.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's not true at all.
They're
But I mean,
celestial, fae, or fiend. And
Oh.
what?
Oh.
Zeus is
You better fucking pick fiend.
celestial.
Damn it. Oh, we're related then. Shit.
Got him. Anyway, is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
Actually, I think Volus should probably be a fae because that makes more sense for his name.
I suppose I think you can choose. Is that right?
Yeah.
You pick.
Celestial, fae, or fiend.
Yes.
Fun little trivia fact. That means thief in French.
Yes, it does.
Hey, that is neat. So that other guy was wait, is Faye thief in French?
No. Voleuse is thief in French and in the feminine form.
Ooh, okay. And just for clarity's sake, could you send me the name spelled for my notes?
It's in chat. It's on the find familiar thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the name
oh.
of the spell.
I see. Yes. I now remember. It's coming all back to me. We made that a thing. Great. All right. Awesome. All right.
All right. Are we gonna have a break time?
I think I wanted to do that before the night happened, and then I got distracted with cat stuff. So yes, let's take a break,
Yay.
everybody.
Yay.
We will be back at 10 p.m. A little bit later of a break, but that's what happens when you have ADD. Until then, we will see you very shortly.
Ah!
That was perfectly timed. Hello, everybody.
What happened?
We're back with Winterfall.
Woo!
Last we left off, you all were in the inn number 6, and you were planning your next moves. So let's start there. What are your next moves?
Deliver the letter.
Okay. What's your plan to do that? What's your strategy?
Well, from what I remember, it was at the docks, and it is a house with a blue roof. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just look for it, I guess.
Okay. Are you all making your way down to the docks?
Yes.
With that being said, it'll take you from where you guys are at. Some like 20 minutes, reasonably, to get to the docks. Once you guys get there, you're all welcome to, but you could also help somebody out here. If someone would please roll me a perception check in this case.
Someone to help me out. I got high perception. Or perception or investigation?
I would say perception, because you're not really like investigating or like asking around. I would say you're mostly just looking at roofs. So yeah, perception.
Yeah. All right. I'll help someone then, I guess.
Okay. Morgan looks around with their one eye, and despite their lack of depth perception, they do catch a couple of roofs that are blue. Are you going to each one?
I suppose we should, right?
I guess.
Okay.
Let's go to the first one.
For the sake of expediency, I'll say you guys go to a couple of houses. Some of them don't answer. Others say, "Oh, it's not us. Good luck, though." Eventually, you make your way to a little blue roofed house. And you find that her directions were not as clear as you thought. I'll mark it with a ruler here. You find their house here.
Oh.
And it takes you quite a while. I'd say probably 2 or 3 hours just looking for blue houses. But you do eventually find it. And it's pretty separate from everything else. It seems like a little shack on what would be the beach if it weren't for the freezing cold. And when you make your way up, it's made out of wood. The blue roof is not very well taken care of. There is a warm light that comes from the inside. There are a couple of windows. And as you step onto the porch, you can see there's a rocker chair that's been recently used. The snow has been wiped off. And there's a door there with a knocker.
I will use the knocker.
Thunk, thunk, thunk. You wait a moment. And the door opens, and you can see there's an elderly man there. It looks to be fairly old human. He has a gray, scruffy beard. Looks like some salty, sea-worn skin, and a bald head. And he sort of adjusts his tiny glasses and looks at you. Hey, can I help you?
Good day, sir. Are you a relative of Katrina?
Katrina? Huh. You're her friend or something?
Not exactly, no. We are simply couriers. We have a letter for you.
Right. Do I have to pay for this?
No. I will pass him the letter.
He kind of snatches it. looks you up and down, and then shuts the door.
Three hours.
Indeed.
Well, I suppose 3 hours well spent, right?
Yeah.
Suppose she'll make our leave then. And I will start walking away.
Okay. Where are you heading?
Well, I guess we'll I'll regroup and plan our next move.
Yeah. You all can stand outside this place. The sun is still nice on your skin.
So, what is our next plan of action? Investigate this speakeasy now?
So, sorry, I was gonna. So, just to make sure, what are we doing at the speakeasy? Is it because of the note, or was there anything else as well?
I suppose we can go in as patrons, but try to snoop around a bit more. Yes? We're not exactly sure what we're looking for.
Sure, I suppose.
Kaz, right? Morgan?
Yeah. We could look for some work around the city as well, though. We're running pretty low on funds. We're gonna need more rations and dog food eventually. And tents.
As it stands now, I think we have more than enough to stay here for a while. But you do make a good point, and it does remind me that we could also go by the police and ask about the speakeasy there as well.
Yeah.
To the police station then.
Yeah.
To the police station we go then.
Okay. You can make your way there. Seemingly no issue. You find yourself at the police station. Fairly large stone work building, and there's a sign out front that says Port Untrunch Police Department. And there are some glass doors, a couple of officers walking in and out. As you make your way inside, there's nice tiled floors, fluorescent lights, and there's a couple of wooden chairs, some planted pottery that is very clearly fake, and a desk with a man sitting, currently doing some sort of paperwork.
Before we went in, I would have liked to make a small disclaimer to the rest.
Okay, sure.
I will not be speaking much in here. As you might remember, I did phone the police earlier, and unfortunately my way of speaking is quite distinct, and I do not want them to think of me as some sort of prank caller or the likes.
Fair enough.
I will
Not gonna
remain-
lie, when you said we should go to the police station, the first thing I thought of was
What did you say? Yeah. Well, I thought about it. I will remain silent.
Okay, so when you go in, I assume Celine is sort of towards the back, staying quiet. The rest of you make your way forward. As described before, there are a couple of wooden seats and a small desk. It seems like to the left and right there are some about chest-high doors that have a lock on them, seemingly for police use only.
Was there a like a front desk of any kind that's like got someone stationed at it? For...
Yep. Front desk, man sitting there doing some paperwork.
Okay. I will approach the officer.
He doesn't even look up from his desk. Seems like he's pretty busy.
Excuse me?
Yup. He looks up to you.
I just had a question about the speakeasy in town.
What kind of question are you asking?
I heard some rumors saying like things like, you know, don't mess around with them. You know, they're powerful people. I just wanted to know like what that was about. Like if I should be concerned at all. If there's anything I should be looking out for.
Well, respectfully, I don't think I have the license to give out that information, and even if I did, I don't know you. Look, the police department is looking into it. You don't have to worry about it. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I think that's it. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Goes back to, writing down some paperwork.
I'll go back to the party and I'm gonna go, yeah, guys, I think we shouldn't get involved with the speakeasy. In fact, I think we might just want to leave. This place seems kind of sketchy.
Okay.
I mean, we walk into town, we're getting pickpocketed, talking about the speakeasy's control. The police don't want to say anything about it other than they're handling it. I just think maybe this isn't the best place to stay.
Well, is there anything else we need to do here?
I will say, both the police station and the collections office would have jobs available for the public to do. Certainly collectors or mercenaries or whomever. Or you can explore around the town, see what's up. Totally up to you.
A sudden thought that occurred to me totally randomly. Do we need money? Or more money?
You know, we could go for a little bit of coin, but I guess let's see what they have.
Yes, we'll do that.
What are you guys doing?
Checking out what commissions they have.
The police station?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You see, there's a couple of wanted posters, and the only one that seems particularly interesting is there's a wanted poster for a nondescript humanoid, apparently wielding a 7-foot-long battle axe, described as burly. Killed 2 people and bounced town.
Well. What's the reward? Reward listed?
The reward listed is 20 platinum.
Wow.
Woo! Doesn't mean too much to Jordan, but to me, woo!
Yeah,
20 platinum.
20 platinum.
So what is that, like 200 gold? Divided by 5?
Yep.
I don't know what a platinum is, but this is offering 20 of them. Actually, I guess I would know what platinum is, just not. I don't know how much a platinum is, but they're offering 20 of them.
Gold.
Well,
Well, what?
what are we doing?
I mean, yeah, this is totally up to you guys.
Jordan will take the paper, I guess. Or wait, are we supposed to like grab these off the wall and bring them in? Is that what we did last time? Or are we just going to say like we'll take this?
So this is your first time operating within a police station, but common knowledge would say, if you see a wanted poster like this, bringing it up to the police department and saying, hey, we're doing this, kind of lets you know and lets them know, like, hey, these people are going to go investigate this. And similar to the collections office, you'll sign your names and let them know, like, hey, we're doing this. When we get back, we want stuff.
Alright. So is everyone good with this?
I mean, it
Nod.
seems a little difficult, don't you think? There's barely any information on him. How would you guys suppose we'd track him down?
I'll just move to the spiral.
Sorry, what was that?
Why do we not just move to the spire?
Well, I was just wondering if we had enough money, and this seemed like a way to get money.
How we pool our gold and find out how much we have, then we have enough supplies to make it to the next town.
5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Roughly 150.
I now have 7. And
Oops.
Nice.
Yeah.
amazing proficiency, guys.
It's a pretty cool instrument.
Thank you.
What are you guys looking for?
We're looking at our gold, but
We're
the
trying to pull our
proficiency
gold
button
together,
was
but I'm
accidentally
asking-
pressed. So
I see.
So, is everyone okay with sharing their gold? Is there an issue?
If it's enough to make it, I'm fine with it.
I'm trying to agree that we don't want to stay in a town where people are going to pickpocket us upon entry, and there is a shadow speakeasy running it.
Yeah, I agree. If it's all right with you, though, I'd like to pick up some components. I'm still pretty stocked up from Hoffengrad, but I found some new spells in the spell book, and I just need a pinch of salt and some soot, and I'll be good.
Be all right then.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I'm assuming picking up those supplies and then moving. Unless anyone else got something else.
All right, well, you'll certainly need to find a place for components. You can roll a perception or investigation, up to you.
Nice.
It definitely takes you a while, and you're getting frustrated at one point because it seems like, at least nowadays, trying to find magical
He's looking
items
for a building that says demon supplies.
trying to find a place with magical supplies that isn't looked down on is kind of difficult. And your unfortunate conclusion is that speakeasies are probably the best place to get it.
Dang.
I would also like to look for a shop.
What kind?
The ones that has, weasel sweater sized fabric available for sale.
Okay, so a tailor. Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation or perception.
Investigation, I don't mind asking around.
Okay.
Good enough.
Yeah, you do eventually. Are you splitting up from your party, or are you sort of redirecting?
I can go by myself as long as I know where I can find the others again.
Yeah, maybe that's something you guys need to figure out.
Just real quick, were there any restaurants nearby, like that when I was passing by?
Sure. Yeah, with your perception, I would say you probably saw a burger place and a fine dining restaurant.
I'd like to go into the burger place first and see if they have salt packets lying around.
Yeah. Complimentary salt packets are found at the condiment table, although when you walk in, the two employees kind of looked at you expectantly.
Hello.
How can we help you?
I'm just a bit hungry. What you guys got on the menu?
Well, we got the Slap Burger, Slap Burger 2, the Slap Burger Fiesta, and it all comes with fries and a drink.
Can I just order fries?
Yeah, no problem. How much you want?
Just a small thing of fries.
Yeah, I got you. That'll be 4 copper.
All right. I'll hand over the 4 copper.
Yep. You get some very greasy potato fries in a small sack.
All right, and then I'm going to grab a few of these salt packets.
What's a few?
Just like 8 of them.
Okay.
Well, don't forget to ask for 8 slap sauces, even though you just have a small fry, because that's a requirement.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you grab 8 salt packets, they kind of look at you weird, but they don't say anything. And you can make your way out. So go ahead and add 8 salt packets to your inventory.
Nice. Now I just need to get soot.
Yeah. Okay. That being said, are you following Celine to the tailor?
No, I'm gonna look for a blacksmith.
Okay. We'll start with Celine then, and I'll ask you to roll an investigation or perception while we're doing that. Kazrite, I saw that you rolled a perception. Did you want to do something?
Kazrai was looking for demon shops,
Demon shops.
I believe.
Demon supplies.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
find any
demon supplies.
You wouldn't find any demon shops, but with that high of a perception, you would see a shop no bigger than the size of maybe like a schoolhouse, but it has a big eye with fluorescent lights coming off of it. It seems very spooky. In the meantime, Celine, you make your way to the tailor.
Where's Celine?
I don't know why I said Celine. Emil, you make your way over to the tailor shop. Look, man, I think I saw the accented E in Celine's name, and I was like, yep, that's totally it.
All right.
No, Emil, you make your way to the tailor. How much cloth are you looking for?
Just I mean, something warm, preferably, like wool or something.
Okay.
And I suppose since the person concerned did not come with, I'll have to make some artistic choices with this.
Sure, yeah.
I guess, you know what? Because it is a nice color, I'll look for some maroon / magenta colored wool if possible. Sort of the same shade as my button up.
And are you looking for a particular quality?
I think like middle of the road, you know, decent enough, but nothing super fancy either.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do. You peruse the shop, get some help from the shopkeep, and you do find a fairly nice quality of I'd say for a I'll say
it really isn't much.
I'm trying to estimate, because if you do actually have experience in tailoring, I think in your head you could probably guess the amount. I'll say 2 silver pieces for the amount that you would need.
Okay. Mark that off.
All right, yeah. You get yourself some nice cloth.
All right. Now I just need to check if I need actual tailor supplies, because I don't think those kinds of things are in like Tinker's tools and stuff. Oh wait, I'm an artificer. Can I just make those? Do I have a thing called a right tool for the job, and I can make those?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
It's at 3rd level.
Oh, well, tragic. Let me see the kinds of tools that are offered.
I think tailor's tools are included. Weaver's tools, I guess.
I guess that'd be pretty close.
I mean, I guess if I can find it here, I'll also grab it.
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be an issue. It would be 1 gold piece.
Yep, I got it. And then I can reuse it later. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn, what a shame. We're just one level off. God. This one level off cost me a fucking gold piece.
Tragic. Truly
Alright.
unrecoverable.
I think that's it.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything in town before you guys reconvene?
Nah. Nah.
Great. Awesome. Okay. So you guys reconvene. You now have a plethora of new supplies at your disposal. What would you like to do?
What time is it?
Let's see. You guys woke up at like 6. You took like an hour to cast Find Familiar. Spent some time walking around for the blue house. So that took, I said, 3 hours?
Yes.
So that would bring us up to 10 a.m. Then you walked over to the police station, did some minor asking around there, and then did some shopping. So I'll say it's right around noon.
Okay. I think it's still a bit early to go, but I'll just will reconvene. Wait, is Morgan still at the restaurant?
No, at this point you have all collected with each other.
Okay.
Oh, did I go to the blacksmith?
No, you didn't. Would you like to reconvene before that or not?
I guess before.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me another perception or investigation.
Let's go.
All right. Fairly easily. Note, blacksmiths in this time period really are an extension of a fabricator's workshop. Factories and the like. But you do find an expert in metalworking. And when you enter the side of the building, there doesn't seem to be a ton of business, and there's a man who's currently getting off of the phone, and he sort of looks to you. Face dirtied. Seems like he works with metal quite often. Can I help you?
Hey, I was looking to acquire some soot.
Soot. Like
Yeah.
the crap that comes off of things that we burn.
Yes.
Huh. How much soot do you need?
As much as you're willing to give, I guess.
I don't know if you want that much. Here, I'll tell you what. Take this scraper, and if you want to do me a favor and clean off that saw machine over there, I don't care how much you keep.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Gives you a very strange look, but free labor is free labor. How much are you collecting?
Would it be feasible for me to clean this whole thing for him?
It would be feasible, although it would take at least 2 hours.
What if I had Mage Hand helping?
If you had a second scraper and Mage Hand helping, we'll call it an hour.
What if a forge cleric was helping?
What did Troden go with?
Oh, I thought we reconvened before.
No, this is beforehand.
Oh, I thought I said I was reconvening.
Oh, I must have misheard you. In that case, sure. Yeah, I mean, if you want to help, that'll cut it down to 30 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and clean the whole thing for him.
And Droden, you're helping?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, by the end, you guys, your hands are like black, and your clothes are ruined. But this metal cutting machine, golden. Beautiful. And as he, sort of checks up on you, he drops the sheet of papers that he's holding and is like, well, that looks really good. Do you want to clean other stuff, or?
I would, but I gotta run. Sorry.
Come back anytime.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm always in the market for soot.
Really good to
while
hear.
While he's running, quick question.
Yeah.
What's what do you have here that's like interesting?
Interesting. What kind of interesting are you talking about?
Like something you wouldn't make often. Like strange or fun.
Well, now that you mention it, I have been working on a little side project. Since you did such a good job, I'll share it with you. Follow me. And
I'll follow.
he brings you into his personal work office, and sitting behind his desk is a giant duck. Made of solid steel. And it looks like it has a flamethrower coming out of the beak.
Hey, yo!
I call this the Duck 2000.
What happened to the previous 1,999 ducks?
This does look fun.
Yeah, it sure is.
I mean this in the best possible way. Why?
Well, I'm a little bit of a duck enthusiast. On the weekends, I love visiting the ponds. They don't sit around very often, but when they do, they're magnificent creatures. I was thinking, you know how ducks, really suck at hunting because their beaks are so rounded? I was thinking, what if they could breathe fire like a dragon? So I wanted to build one myself.
Does it float?
No. Now that you mention it, though, maybe I should make it float. That way it can kill people on the water.
Well,
Kill.
or just float.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Could you imagine, you know what I'm saying? Be a good time. He just sits there with his arms crossed, proudly looking at it and shaking his head.
Jordan has a weird mix of amazement and terror on his face at the same time. It's like, this is amazing. This is horrifying. How long did this take you?
Probably 6 months.
It's pretty impressive.
To get the shape, to polish it out. Yeah. Doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it. And now that he points it out, you can see that the stand that it's sitting on is a work table. And underneath is a series of tools, rags, belts, and more that seemingly go into the internals of this machine. I wanted to make it as big as a Beartech walker, but, I mean, those things, crazy expensive.
You can make it a boat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, yeah. Although, I didn't think about the floating part. Maybe steel isn't the best for that. Well, anyway, Is there anything else that you wanted to buy here? I mean, I got a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, I just like looking at things that people make.
Right, yeah. Well, I got some more work to do, so...
Oh, yes, I should leave that. Oh, where did he... You know, I'm sure I'll find them later. Thank you for your time. This was very intriguing.
Absolutely. Glad to see another duck enthusiast around here. He sort of pokes you with his elbow.
Yes. Quack, yes.
Okay, do you catch up with the rest of everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, so finally, you all get back together in one group.
In that meantime, could I have done the sweater?
Oh my god.
Sure, yeah. Let's see. In order to use Weaver's tools, I don't know if there's... Let's do it this way. Let's do just a flat d20, add your proficiency bonus, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. 1d20, and my proficiency is 2. 12.
Okay, not bad. Especially considering that you're working, like, in the cold. Just sort of sitting down, taking your time. You knit a functional sweater that you think might fit a weasel.
Perfect.
And as you all reconvene as one big group, you can see a plethora of different things, like the dirty Droden and Morgan and Emil with a sweater.
Azerite is not moved.
Nope. A stone wall.
Standing there, waiting for them to return.
Yeah, you can see their back, dirty, and
Yeah, that's what we needed.
Yes.
I think we're all set.
I believe so.
I'm good.
I guess let's go check up on the dogs.
Before we do that, if you'd like to take your little friend out.
Yeah, Valoose.
you can see Vloos pops into existence and scurries around your neck and sniffs, and the whiskers tickle your cheek.
You little buddy.
I will pass the sweater.
Look,
didn't-
Uncle Amir got a present for you.
I didn't really know which color you wanted, but I
Uh,
like this one.
As you're holding up the sweater, I think this works. Valoose would sort of sniff around the collar area and then just try to jump inside. Like wriggling backwards into the sweater.
Okay.
That's exactly how you put it on, but
Once it finally peeks its head out, it looks backwards, but its stomach area is covered.
I will try to help them put it on the right way.
Okay, yeah, no issue. You guys take some time. help Valoose into the sweater properly, and its little paws stick out the little holes, and the sort of floofy end to the sweater covers around its neck.
Perfect.
And when it gets back onto Morgan's shoulders, it sort of cuddles up, and it's way nicer. It's actually really comforting against your neck.
Aw.
Well, now Emma can post the art for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Artwork? Art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So little baby.
Sensei?
I'll actually show stream because that's adorable. Valoose, the weasel with a sweater. Amazing. Okay, yeah.
Legend.
Anything else that you guys would like to do as a big group together, convened?
I'm good with whatever everyone else wants to do.
There was mention of checking on the dogs.
That's true.
Is Seamus playing 2077?
Yes.
Okay. I knew I heard it earlier, and I was like, maybe that's V talking, but that's male V and Jackie, right?
Babe, what's going on right now in your game?
We're talking about the fixer, slide controllers.
Yeah, he's talking to Jackie.
Fuck yeah. Sorry for that interruption. I had to see if I nailed it.
Dog time? Now that weasel time is over?
Dog time.
Okay.
Alright.
You guys make your way over to the shelter where you had your dogs being held. They all seem excited to see you, and sort of shake and wag their tails as you arrive. It seems like this place does not feed them. That is an extra expense, apparently.
That's why we're here.
Right.
Dog feeding time.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's dog retrieval time, right? We're leaving, aren't we?
I mean, we could, or we just try to. We stay just like one extra night at the speakeasy, see if anything happens.
And I'll still throw it out there. You guys haven't checked the collections office. You don't know what kind of jobs they might have. That's if you guys want to make money here, that is.
I think we're fine on money for now.
Okay.
I personally am.
All right. Then I would say, are you asking this in character?
I'm sorry?
Are you asking this in character?
Sure. So, what do we think? Do we stay an extra night for a small investigation at the speakeasy, or shall we go now?
Speakeasy is not our problem, is it?
It's not. And it's true that this particular police station doesn't seem very keen on, or at least probably won't reward us for it. At least not as well as we might expect it to.
And then it's just a waste of time. There's no point in saving people who don't want to be saved.
Well, I suppose most of the town would be happier without it. Although, maybe not the officials.
I have heard no disinterest from anyone other than the officials themselves. Oh, that one goblin.
So everyone we've talked to but the Baki?
If you would like to go around and ask people whether they want to take on the speakeasy, you're more than welcome. As far as I'm concerned, if a group like that has control of the town, he has everyone under their thumbs.
And this doesn't seem like an issue to you?
Sounds like an issue for another man, does it not?
A little empathy, Kazrite, please.
Speaking of empathy, I bought these French fries and I'm not gonna eat them. Does anyone want them?
What is France? What is French? Fuck, I wouldn't know France.
I don't know.
Motor fries.
Motor fries. My favorite.
And if you really think about it, it's not actually from Motor, it's from a place like adjacent to it that
Yes.
speaks the same
Yeah.
language.
Yeah. No, those are called slap fries.
Whoops.
There's a
As
slap.
much as I'd love to be the hero, Emil, empathy does not bring in coin.
Am I?
I'd also much rather, if we're being pathetic, follow the note that we found in the carrier. We have much more detail on that situation.
A carrier full of dead people. This town is still very much alive.
So is the Golden Spire.
If we are the ones that are after, it might be nice to settle whatever is happening here before we have to worry about them being behind us and what's in front of us.
That is true.
I don't think we're being followed. I think they already knew we're here.
But
Well,
if
I
we were
mean,
not
if
being
they're looking for us, I mean, I guess we could just like ask them, like, hey, what's going on? Because like they're bound to need us for something, right? Unless one of you's got like some warrant out or a hit placed on you for whatever reason. I can't really
He looks to
imagine.
Emil.
Well, I
I
am in
can't-
debt, but this is legal debt.
I
We
can't
need
really
those collection
imagine.
offices from Offengrad. You heard what I said.
No.
I
I'm-
said, do you believe it's the collection offices from Offengrad?
I am processing at the moment. It could be. It could be. And it would make sense because then they would know that we were leaving.
What's in the directions we did? As far as they're concerned, I went south.
Also, I don't think they'd be able to account for how fast we'd get here.
Then who would?
I don't think anyone. I think this
Has-
could just be a case of mistaken identity.
Has anyone read the letter that Katrina gave us?
No. But if it was a case of mistaken identity, do we want to upset the speakeasy or would we rather leave?
Regardless, I think we might be in some sort of danger. As far as I recall, the only person that overheard our directions was Katrina.
If Katrina
If
wanted
Katrina
us
was
dead
an agent,
and had ways of getting mail here faster, why would we have brought the letter?
Maybe it's not her wanting to get the mail here faster and out for us, but perhaps the speakeasy didn't want the letter getting to its destination. It would explain why they wanted the goblin to pickpocket us, to try to get the letter off of us before it's delivered when we first come into town.
If you look at it from that direction, the speakeasy is wildly incompetent for not detailing the letter within their note. There are 5 of us, only one of us could have been holding the letter. They told us to get in here. They told our goblin friend to get something. Not what.
that is true. It does seem a bit far-fetched. Perhaps the letter is just a red herring, but... Well, I think that should we deal with it now, we'd at least be safe for our travels.
Are we capable of dealing with it? We don't have a lead or anything. Our best bet is blindly walking into that speakeasy and seeing what happens.
I think for now that might be our best bet.
Done.
Okay. Is this what you guys want to do as a group?
Yes. At least I do.
All right. If there are no objections, are you guys heading over to the speakeasy?
Hey, before we leave, perhaps we have the place, we pay them to feed the doggies in advance, in case anything happens.
I think anything happening is much concern.
It's, just in case. You never know what the future might hold.
No reason I brought it, Emil. Mr. Moneybags.
I suppose so. They have to be fed regardless.
Okay. It is 5 copper a day per dog.
Oh, it's the same price. How convenient.
That's typically the standard going rate of like kibble.
Yay.
10 eddies.
Just call them Eddies.
Is that not what they were?
What? Oh, yeah. To be fair, hearing the word Eddies is what triggered like, oh, that's cyberpunk.
Okay. Who's paying for the dogs?
I will.
Okay.
That's 40 copper. It's 4 silver for 1 day. We'll come back tomorrow.
Yep. It just keeps them fed for the day. All right. Are you heading to the speakeasy, or are there any preparations you want to make before then?
I don't think we have much to prepare with. Let's just fucking go.
Okay.
Let's just jump into it.
Let's just
jump into it.
Let's
Okay.
just into it.
Let's jump right on into it.
All right. You guys make your way to the Fisheye Speakeasy, which is at the bottom of town. as you make your way, you notice as you begin to go more south of town, the quality and the ritziness of the, northern district and the docks start to wash away, seemingly, as more and more downtrodden, empty businesses and unpaved gravel walkways line the streets, and you make your way to the bottom of the city. And there, you can see a giant fish sign with a glowing eyeball and the words "fish eye" written underneath. There, you see a 3-story building with a couple of tough guys out on the front. There seems to be a red carpet leading to the front door, but it's not exactly new or taken care of. And you can hear a lot of commotion on the inside. There's a lot of smoke coming out. You assume food is being cooked. As you make your way up, one of the bodyguards steps in front. Seems to be sort of an orc. Do you have business here?
Yes.
Well, what's your name, guy?
That's right.
Never heard of you.
Is that some sort of issue? Do we need to be on the list in order to be patrons here?
You must be new to town or something. If you got no business with the boss ain't gonna let you in. Now scram.
He'll kind of rummage through things and pull out the note from the goblin.
This is our business here.
He looks the note up and down, and then sort of motions over for the other bodyguard to look. Stay right here. Don't move a muscle. He goes back inside, and the doors the doors swing open like a saloon and then close very quickly. About 5 minutes later, the bodyguard comes out. So let me get this straight. You're Carl?
Yes.
Make a deception. Okay. All right. You can see the orc bodyguard can't really decide what he wants to do about this situation. Finally, he hesitantly opens the door for you. The boss wants to see you. And don't bring your friends.
Oh.
Kazarite walks in.
I'm going to kind of tap Emil on the shoulder, and then I'm going to begin shaking his hand and saying good luck in there, and I'm going to have Volus run down my sleeve and into up Emil's sleeve.
Wait, who's walking in?
They were talking to Kazarite.
Kazarite walked in.
Okay.
Oh,
When Kazrite starts walking, Jordan's going to quickly tap him on the shoulder, and I'll use Blessing on the Forge to give him +1 to his AC.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, never mind. I misread that. I can only do that at the end of a long rest. My bad.
Yeah.
I also do not wear armor.
I will
Well,
cast
That's armor.
Sanctuary on
It
him.
is armor.
Okay, yeah,
Wait,
go ahead and roll that.
For 1 minute, if somebody tries to attack you, they have to roll a whiz save or have to hit something else.
Okay, and that lasts for a minute.
That lasts for a minute, and it is dispelled if Kazrite tries to attack anyone.
Okay.
Ooh, I can cast guidance though.
All right, yeah. I should ask, Morgan, did you want to try the same trick with your pet, but on Kazrite before he goes in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except I don't think Kazarite wears long sleeves and stuff. So I don't know if I could sneak Volus in there like that.
Azurite is in a robe.
I mean, clothes are clothes, right? Robe, you say?
I'll say, go ahead and roll a stealth for your weasel.
Hey, Weasel get +5 stealth. I'll just roll a regular d20. 19.
All right. What I'll say is that as the orc sort of lets your weasel through, it scurries, gets around the legs of Kazrite, and just as the orc would look down, it shifts so that it's underneath the robe. Okay. Yeah, Kazrite, you're led in. And the rest of you, are you just waiting outside?
Yes.
Yep.
I will be looking through Volus's eyes and ears.
All right. Yeah. Would you try to be communicating this to your party?
Yes.
Would you be doing this in front of the bodyguard?
No.
Okay. Where are you doing
I mean,
this?
It's not like they notice anyway. You're still normal. It's just you can't see or hear.
No, well, you can still speak. What I was asking is if, as he's seeing these things through the weasel, if he was communicating it with you guys.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
I would tell them, like, we need to go to some place secluded.
it really wouldn't be that hard for you guys to walk down the street or something like that. And
Not too far though. Because
sure,
If something
sure.
does happen, we need to run in there.
Okay. Seems
Yeah,
just like a
I
bunch
also
of
need to
guys
be
chatting
within
it up.
100 feet.
Yeah. So I'll say roll one more stealth for me. I'll give you advantage since you are in a group. Just to see if you can get into a spot that's still pretty close, but away enough from your shot.
Anyone or
I was asking for you, since you were directing.
okay. I don't have a great stealth.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I will say, for right now, you are probably 15 feet away from the guards, and you're next to a tree. So we'll see how that pans out. Back to Kazrite. You're led through what seems to be a bustling speakeasy. There's girls dancing, a bar serving a lot of drinks. This in particular speakeasy has something that you have never seen before. There's some sort of device that's projecting images onto the wall, and it looks like it's moving. It's incredible. You don't have much time to look at it, though, as you're brought into a very small,
Demons.
small, dank room. And when I mean dank, I mean cold and wet. It seems like this place is falling apart. As you sit down onto this cheap wooden chair, the bodyguard that brought you in just stands in front of you and doesn't say a word.
Sits there and waits.
Okay, about 10 or so minutes later, You see a man enter. Seems to be pretty important by the way that he carries himself. And it seems like the bodyguard, despite how big and tough he is scared of this verdant, green skin, blue eyes, slick black-haired man. He wears a tight-fit, white three-piece suit, and he's currently smoking a cigar. He sort of waves away the guard, and the guard stands at the door, blocking the exit. And the man puts out his cigarette on the bar and looks to you. Did you do the job?
He'll set down the note and slide it over.
Who exactly was this describing?
I told you
Plenty
who
of
it
people
was.
coming in and out of port towns every day.
Wait a minute. He begins to look you up and down. You don't look like Carl. Who are you? How'd you get this note?
I don't think I ever said I was Carl.
No, but I gave this note to Carl. And now you have this note.
What?
Who are you?
Well, who's Carl?
Don't play dumb with me.
If you could describe Carl for me, I believe I can explain to you who I got it from.
Carl's a goblin man. Really
I got
stupid.
It from Carl.
Okay, apparently you're stupid.
like-
Let me make this
Says I got it
simple
from
for you.
Carl.
Yes, I know. Let me make this simple for you, okay? That note was for Carl. I don't know why Carl gave it to you, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fucking with me,
it didn't give it to me.
and why would you do that, friend?
He stole my stuff.
Oh, he stole your stuff.
I believe that my party was the one that is described in this note.
No, I have no clue who you are.
But
What do
I
you want with
can't
me?
believe it. I don't want a goddamn thing with you. Apparently the note does not describe us, so I do not care.
Well, I'm not just gonna let you go. Clearly you're a problem. You took out one of my guys.
No, he's fine.
Well, I can't just trust your word. I'll tell you what, you stay here, and I'll go find Carl. How's that?
That's like a terrible idea.
Well, it looks like you don't have a choice, buddy boo. Because if I find that you killed him, you're dead. You got that? Alright, good talk. Watch him. He says to the
Do you know the
bodyguard.
repercussions of killing me?
I don't give a fuck. He shuts the door.
Do you know who I am?
The bodyguard looks over. No.
Do you?
Don't got a clue who you are.
Would you like to find out?
Nope.
I suggest you open the door then.
Not supposed to do that. Okay.
He's going to stand right in front of the guard.
Okay.
Kind of, he's just standing there, kind of looking him up down. He's taking a long moment.
All right.
Personally eyeballing him. What's his power level?
Go ahead and roll an insight.
As a skilled swordsman who has spent his entire life training, Can I argue advantage on the fact that on eyeing up an opponent?
No, but I will tell you.
Damn it.
Looking this guy up and down, one thing is for certain. He is hired here for a very good purpose. The guy, probably as dumb as bricks, but just his natural orcish form is bewildering to look at. Muscles upon muscles upon muscles. It's like looking at a wave of flesh. It is intimidating for most people. To you, I would say, with your half-orc form, you stand pretty tall against this guy, but you're definitely a lot thinner.
It's only an issue for the green Kaz, right?
Yeah, that is an issue for the green Kazarite, not the ones that are bigger than him.
I should mention, by the way, you all are seeing and hearing this.
Well, a weird retell of the
Correct.
story by
Yes.
Morgan.
I should say specifically Morgan is hearing and seeing some of this, and the rest of you are hearing about this.
I'll kind of look down, look back up, and sigh.
I suggest if you do not want to be a soup stain on the wall, you would get out of my way.
Look, pal, if you don't stop talking to me like that, I'm gonna have to put you in a coma.
He smiles. I rage.
I cast a light on his toga
Through the familiar.
through the familiar because it's touch range.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough to do.
I do have a support in here, don't I?
Kind of, yeah.
I can give you the help action, and that's all I can promise you. I have nothing.
That
else.
is advantage on every attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you rage. This orc man does not seem impressed, either because he's really dumb or because he's really tough.
Is he blinded by the light?
Go ahead and roll the spell.
Can I roll an intimidation here?
I
That's
yeah,
what I'm
I was
trying to
about
get.
no, I was about to say I think with the light spell, I'll give you advantage on intimidation.
You love to see it, baby.
He seems like he takes a step back. And he shouts, "I need a little help in here!"
Oh,
Terrible idea. Now the rest are going to come, and he draws his blade.
All right, I guess go ahead and roll initiative.
That was a sign for you fuckers to come.
all right.
But
I think it's ready,
as this fight begins, that is where we're going to end session for tonight. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you so much for watching if you have watched this far. We will be back every other week on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. EST. Hope to see you there. All right, everybody. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.